I believe.
Yeah, so one of the things that was coming through, because I was thinking about, was you and I think two other clients that have like huge plans on board that are just like dreaming really outside of the realm of most people's even ability to think that they can dream. Um, and what was showing up, what was coming into my understanding was um, clarifying whatever your message is. And then you have to be able to switch yourself from just having a message about what it is you want to do, right? Because if you never put it in front of people, it'll never go anywhere. And then switching your gears into becoming a messenger about it, right? So
Okay.
you have to know the message. That's super important. And that's what most people will teach you or tell you is like fine tune your message. But I know people, and actually one of the gals that I'm working with has a super huge, she's been fine tuning her message for almost 10 years now. And she hasn't done anything with it because she's still fine tuning the message. And I'm like, you just have to turn into a messenger at this point. Like you literally have to step out of your bubble, step out of your realm and start like speaking into life what it is you keep thinking you're a messenger to or for. Um, and I think it's going to be the same thing with your thing because it's such a huge plan. You can either sit and keep thinking about it and you know, and there's going to be steps to it for sure. But I think once you finally start putting some kind of message to the message, right? And you become a messenger and start speaking to it, you're going to see it move quicker.
Yeah.
Well, so it would be being able to know what it is you need to know. You have to know what you need to know in order to tell somebody what you need.
I've heard recently that you know when things really go bad, that's God or the universe is sending you a message like you have to change your vibration. So if you keep doing what you're doing, actually the problem get even bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
So you change your vibration and it's too late. So you have to change your vibration, like you change your,
yeah. And that's just coherence, right?
hmm
Recognizing that you're in a coherent pattern.
yeah, because
Right?
uh, what you think most of the time, that's what your life is gonna be. What you
Yes.
think most of the time.
That's why
So
when you said I believe, I was like, that's an awesome
no, I do
that
believe. I mean, how can you do something without believe in it?
yeah.
You have to
But
believe.
if that's your whole belief system is I believe, how do you lose? You can't. You can't lose if I believe.
Yeah, I have no doubt. No, I have no doubt.
That's awesome.
I'm all in.
I have no doubt. I love it. Wow. I mean, and to me, that's like the most amazing. You can trailblaze on no doubt, right? Those are trailblazers, right? People who believe and have no doubt, those are the ones that go the furthest, the fastest, because there's nothing stopping them. Doubt's the number one biggest thing I hear people who come in typically. That's the first thing we're working on is doubt and self sabotage. Pretty much every stinking time. I doubt myself. I'm self sabotaging everything. Well, why? Because I don't believe. Well, there you go. That's an issue.
For now, like what's the next phase or the next step? I mean, what should I be doing more?
Ah. So when I'm doing this kind of stuff with myself, I always write the question down because inevitably, or I'll write down what I think I'm working on. Inevitably, I will forget what I'm working on once I get in there because I'll
Hmm
start seeing things and hearing things, and I'm always, and then while I'm in there, I'll have your notebook or have cards or paper or something available. So when you're getting messages, you can kind of scribble them down. If you can get to a place, and you may already be there, where you can stay coherent and open your eyes and write, or let your hand do the writing kind of thing, but you're coherent. Because I started doing this when I first started doing it, I would be writing stuff down with my eyes closed and open my eyes, and I couldn't read any of it because I write messy anyway. And
hmm
it was like,
Me too.
yeah, I was like, okay, that was stupid. So I started opening my eyes and stay in that coherent state and write stuff down. So as ideas are coming through, you're like, oh. And I always write them down because there's something about this field of potential or this creative intelligence that sometimes you will get such a big idea, you'll get this huge, crazy, cool thing that you almost have to chew on it for a minute to even comprehend it. And if I don't write it down, and it actually helps me comprehend it better, I usually lose it. If I wait 2 or 3 minutes, it'll be totally gone, and I can't even get back to it. So writing stuff down can be really super helpful.
And one how. What's the next step? What should I be doing more? And how can I expand my, or expand my territory, or extend my reach?
Okay. And I think that what's the next step is kind of that whole thing. Like if you get how you're going to do that, that will probably turn into a next step. And whatever it is you're supposed to be doing more of is probably what's going to carry you into that, is what I would assume. All right, so let's see what you get shown. So it's the same idea. When I go into this field of information, I just close my eyes to start with. I always cross my arms and legs just because it helps get my brain coherent faster.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just start taking the deep breaths. So I'll do the nice big inhales, nice long deep exhales, calming the system down. Start moving that energy through your body, just noticing it. You can do the little squeezes from the root all the way up into the top of your system if you want, just to engage a little bit more with that energy. Let your body start to relax. You might notice yourself feeling like you're sinking into the chair you're on. Let your feet kind of melt into the floor. You're just becoming part of the system. Letting the energy merge with your energy. Sometimes I'll let my body just kind of float, so I'll just visualize myself floating out in space, letting all the cells in my body open up, and the energy of the universe just moving through. So everything is just moving through me. Now, because I do believe in my angel team and I do believe in the guides that are around me, I will pull my angel team and guides in. I'll ask them to gather around, and any other energies with information that can be helpful. And you can do it that way, or you can just visualize it like the information itself it's embedded and encoded into this field, into the matrix, if you will. And you're just opening up that embedded information and reading it. And I know people that do it both ways. So whatever feels more comfortable for you, and then asking your first question. And actually, the first question I think I would ask is, what should I be doing more of? Notice where your mind goes, whatever thoughts are showing up. Try and run the energy through your heart instead of your brain, making sure the energy is coming through your heart space so you're not getting caught up in polarity. And then just give me a verbal, once you understand the answer to your question, what should I be doing more of?
I was just presenting a question as what should I be doing next
Okay, nice.
to increase my territory, exponentially increase my revenue, and extend my reach. I just see infinity sign at the horizon. That's all I see.
So then I would ask a question about the infinity sign. What should I do with the infinity sign? Or is there anything to just find a question you can ask about the infinity sign? Clarify why it's here.
So what is it for? What does it mean? And what should I do with this sign?
See if you can drop that infinity sign down into your heart and just notice if it's not already.
I see it went from my heart to all my body, and now everything looks like an infinity sign.
So
And I have this phrase like everything I touch turns to gold.
it's actually what I was just saying. I wrote down infinity sign in your heart expands and is a representation of source energy and of flow. It opens up your energy and your awareness to infinity. So to source energy.
And I see the images like I'm touching stuff, like with my hand. It's like I'm doing on the board. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's more, it's like asking me to do more of touching object and
That's awesome.
transfer this energy from me to the object or to whatever that I want to turn to gold.
Or even the people. If you want to heal them, the same energy, the same exact thing. I actually wrote that down, putting your hands on people and things, which means you have to be in the presence of people. You have to be in a space where there's people or things that need to be touched by you. I saw a picture of what represented like a business card kind of idea that had your logo and your insignia, whatever, with the infinity sign, or even just leaving somehow an infinity sign in different spaces. So no matter where you're at, that representation of this energy is there. You're implanting it like into the space.
I see it like I see it everywhere in my body, but it's on my forehead, like here.
Nice. I have it written down also, and train the energy itself into your system. Inside this infinity sign and training the energy of it into your system, one of the questions you asked was, how can I increase? And then you had the list: territory, revenue, enlarge my borders, extend my reach. I'm hearing, instead of asking, how can I, that the answer, well, the answer to how can I would be to ask inside this huge infinity. So feel the infinity and then ask, increase my territory, increase my revenue, enlarge my borders, extend my reach.
I get an answer. It says just do it, asking me just to do
Yep, just do it. And so when I'm saying ask, it's more of a command than it is an asking.
it.
We're saying increase my territory, not how do I.
Yeah,
Increase it. I'm ready. Here I am. Increase my territory. Increase this revenue.
I asked to increase my territory and exponentially increase my revenue and extend my reach and make my mind right. I hear it's done, so be it.